Everybody, what is up? What is good? The Wolf here, and once again, another compilation, montage, whatever you want to call it, video, and doing some run commentary, just things that pop in my head off from the Black Ops 3 beta, and I didn't want to really do like this scripted video, you know, just like the first one. Look at that two-piece right there. So, in this video, I'm not even quite sure what I want to talk about. You've heard literally everything and anything about Black Ops 3, so what can you possibly talk about any further about Black Ops 3 in another video? Well, let's just go by gameplay. So right here you'll see the 3 route maps come into play once again. You know, that's just one of the things with Black Ops 3 is the 3 route maps. You know, people, I think I said it before, you know, everybody's watching the same routes over and over and over again. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I don't know. I guess it all depends on your personal preference on the maps and everything. They are smaller maps, as I said in the last video, so there's a lot easier way of, you know, checking corners and checking the route. See, that guy totally, you know, you're always going to see somebody head glitch in the box right there. Now, that right there, as you can see, I'm not quite sure if that was, you know, this is just the beta, of course. I'm not quite sure if that was latency issue or what it was, but the bullets did not seem to register. You know, you see me, I shot the guy up, and he just picked me off with a, I think it's a semi-automatic, you know, assault rifle. Yeah, there's power versus rate of fire, which usually rate of fire ends up winning that gunfight, but somehow, some way, he ended up picking me off. Now look at that, wall run into a two-piece off that. Those guys, once again, you know, this is later on in the beta, probably halfway through the week, was in between halfway to the last day of the beta is all of these clips right here. And as you'll see in these clips, you know, people are starting to camp corners. It's starting to be that camp fest of an old school style Call of Duty. Now, that was my main thing when I heard Von der Haar say that, you know, at Treyarch, that they really love 3 route maps, that they really love, you know, being able to hold down spawns. My first thought that came to mind was, oh man, this is going to be just like, you know, back in the day when we had spawn traps going and, you know, pretty much lobbies would leave out because they couldn't do anything. And, you know, when you get a team just posted up over, you know, head glitches and you can't quite get them because maybe the lag is too bad on it. As I had seen in the beta, you know, a lot of the stuff is of really, really, you know, good points in the beta where I'm just, you know, knocking people down and everything and doing the thing like that. You know, right here you can see, oh, I'm also, you know, I'm sorry if any of these are like, you know, clips that were in the previous video. It's just, I used the game DVR to get, you know, all of this footage. And, you know, sometimes with the game DVR you can end up getting doubles, but as you can see right there, I ran the ball, you know, in uplink from our spawn over and got the points up on the board. So, as I said in the last video, the movement system is definitely still there. It's different. It's definitely more grounded. Your feet are on the ground probably, I want to say 60% more. You know, where Advanced Warfare you can kind of dash forward and kind of, you know, hover and like hop along the maps and everything. This one is really, it's unlimited sprint, so you don't have to really worry about running that breath so much. But you can, you know, like the jetpack, if you keep, you know, throttling the jetpack, you can kind of almost hover, but you can, you know, you can. I'm trying to think of the best way to explain it. So you'll see me, you know, I kind of go poo, 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 and then as soon as I wall run, you start seeing the mirror come up. You can actually hop off the wall, you know, puff the jetpack a couple more times, wall run again, and that way, I mean, your feet could potentially, on the right type of map, so you could never, you know, have feet on the ground. There's other parts, you know, of course, you know, we also have swimming underwater, so, you know, there is some new stuff in here. You know, other parts of the maps is pretty much like, you know, you just want to be running because you don't know where people are sitting, because that's actually one of the hard things too. It's kind of easy when people are on the move. It's really easy to wall run and get a kill, but when people are sitting and head glitching, that's when it becomes damn near impossible to get a kill. So I don't know if it's a balancing thing that they did for that reason. I don't know if it's going to be different in the full version of the game. If that was just something they were testing out in the beta or whatever, but definitely something to take note of. If you're trying to play it competitively, especially, which me, I do. I do try and play the game as competitive as possible. It's just my nature as a gamer. I like to be competitive. I don't take the game too seriously, but I definitely try and get the win as much as possible. So you can see right there, it takes 2 shots for the melee, as I said before in the previous video. After also this gameplay footage, after I got my setups, kind of figuring out what worked and what didn't work with the game, especially weapons and perks and all that stuff, especially perks. Advanced Warfare, I said in a few videos there that perks really ran the game for me in Advanced Warfare. That's what helped me get around the map, be really stealthful, and use my I don't know, I guess the exosuit to the fullest potential, while at the same time keeping a low profile on the map and stuff. So yeah, I mean, you get your setup going just right, and when your setup fits you like a glove, it's really hard to beat that person when they know exactly which move to make at the just exact time. Then it just comes down to your personal skill, and as you can see right here, there are still people that, as I said, they try and camp out, they try and sit in certain spots and everything. Now, see, that was another spot right there, and that's the Kudas I was talking in the last video too, where I had it set up like an M4, which was actually pretty cool because it was it's in the submachine gun territory, so you can run pretty fast with it. You can set it up like almost like an assault rifle. I hope they really keep that. That guy getting away with that, it's almost a glitch. But props to him, he actually got away with that kill right there. So you can see, just putting stats up on the board right there. And of course, when you're sitting in the lobbies for the beta anyways, it was hard to get your friends in and everything. I mean, me, I'm a lone wolf anyways, I don't really play with friends, but while I was live streaming, I had a viewer trying to jump in with me, and I think it kicked him right out of the lobby altogether. So hopefully they get that stuff sorted out on the full game. If not, there may be a lot of people trying to get refunds. I mean, it is what it is. You got to wait for them to fix the game up, I guess. But this, that stuff right there, as I said, this is run commentary. I'm having a couple little slow spots here, but underwater gunfights like that's actually pretty cool. I got into a few of those during the beta. This right here, me talking about head glitching, and I sort of head glitched that right there. It was more or less just I seen them come upstairs. I'm like, well, this is the best way of doing it. That slide right there into the kill, just that kind of got brought over from Advanced Warfare, where you can slide, get the kill, keep running and whatnot. Although the slide on this, as you see the instant replay right there, that was a badass kill. Shut down the Sparrow right off the bat. This guy comes around the corner trying to jump at me, and he did get me just because he was all over the place, couldn't quite get the gun settled up. I've seen a bunch of these guys coming through, and cop, boom, getting a bunch of points up on the board right there. And that care package there, I kind of use that care package as a lure. When you got the Sparrow in your hands, it's explosive rounds on the Sparrow, and they might have buffed the Sparrow just a little bit to make it easier, towards the end of the beta. So this is where I actually got the knife, ran around, just like I said in the last video, panic knifing, rush knifing, whatever you want to call it. It is still a thing in Call of Duty, but you have to give up your weapon and you have to put it on as like a secondary weapon. So it is still there, which I do kind of hope they change that, because at the same time where it can be fun to do it, it can be really annoying if half a team ran around with that stuff. I can see that being a problem, just like shotguns. As you'll see in this video too, sooner or later, there's like guys that are camped out with shotguns, and just you'll see me come around the corner and get a lot of bullets sprayed into the guy, and he hits me. And rocket launchers like that. So, like I said, this is not the perfect Call of Duty by any means. I know a lot of people are trying to make it sound that way, but you know, there is a lot of still cheap stuff in Black Ops 3 that, you know, like a non-lock-on rocket launcher. What do you think's gonna happen? People are gonna try and spam that. You know, we've seen this. We know this stuff. Like, come on, don't let it be in the game. You know, just make every rocket launcher a lock-on. The sniper scopes go up a little bit slower. Make it, you know, skillful to quick scope. If you can quick scope 100 people in one game, you know, maybe it needs to be, you know, nerfed a bit. You know, and make it a little bit harder of a skill set. I know it's going to be there, whether you want it there or not. You know, the guys that made the video about, Ghost ain't gonna have no quick scopes, or whichever Call of Duty it was, and then, you know, the guys made a montage of it. It's gonna always be there. In every game there is quick scoping. You know, I'm always been an old school Call of Duty guy. I didn't want quick scoping in Call of Duty anymore, but I see it's just, you know, it's just one of those skills that you kind of have to put up with. This guy right here coming off that wall, that was actually a nice kill. You know, come off the wall and actually keep your gun aimed just like that. It's kind of like one of those skill sets that are coming over from Advanced Warfare that translates pretty easily into Black Ops 3. Let's see here, we're going back down underneath the water. And, you know, this, I mean, gun game in the water. Oh, sorry. I think this was a... This was a replay clip right here. Like I said, my bad. Just this is all game DVR, and sometimes you get clips that sneak in there. So what we got here? What we got here? Said this is running commentary. I'm just watching this, commentating on what I'm seeing, telling you guys what I'm thinking while I'm watching it. It's almost like the director's cut. So this is actually another second replay also. So I think some of these last clips are going to be like replay clips, but if you actually, you know, if you check out the stuff, like I said, this is kind of the coolness that is coming out of Black Ops 3. This is what makes it fun, though. Using a Sparrow, getting, you know, hip firing, getting the kills and whatnot. You know, coming out, like I said, you know, smacking somebody upside the back of the head like that, and getting the getting the melees and everything. So as you can see, a lot of times it is actually rewarding on this game, maybe even more so another Call of Duty. Now that looks easy, but let me tell you, that is actually pretty hard to do. So anyways, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button, share it around, and as always, of course, right here is this shotgun guy. Look at that, I should have had that kill, but you know, yeah, if you subscribe to the channel, it's going to make sure that you stay tuned for all new videos coming soon.